What's up? How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Miss K. How are you, beautiful? How is everybody this evening? I know I'm late. I'm late. I'm always late. But I did try to do it while I was on the road, and it wasn't working. Welcome in, welcome in. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Where you been at, Ryder? Oh, okay. I was just making sure you weren't over there on the H and not and ignoring us on the other one. Yeah, we do love you. Um, no, hurting more like it. A little frustrated. Finally got Miss Hill in the Facebook. So yeah, right out. I'm gonna probably be going over to Facebook doing lives instead of doing them on here. There's just way too much. I mean, I've already got a strike on my thing because I don't know. They said I was doing something. I don't know. But somebody striked me, and I had just in my live. Nobody was in here but me, so I don't know what I got striked for. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just do the Facebook lives. It's a lot easier, less drama. I don't have to worry about anybody saying, "Oh, I use any of their content without permission." Well, that's the whole point of the fair use. So I can use it on Facebook, and they can't really say too much about it. Ruh-roh. It's the same thing, same name, honey. Same exact name as my YouTube channel. And then just hit join. So have you? So, Miss K, did you watch Cracking Cases today? Were you in there? I saw that they did a stream earlier, and it said let's be 100%. So I didn't know. I missed it. And I seen BK's live now, and his top is let's talk movies with my friend with non-benefits. Was everything okay with them? I seen them on Benny's last night. What were they talking about? I guess I should have asked you that earlier. A little controversy. Did you see yesterday's with BK? Woo! That was, woo! Some people would have seen that and been a little hot because of who it was about. I didn't get to watch it all yesterday, but it was pretty good. So in the Facebook group, okay, so first off, this is the way I feel. If you're a faithful follower to that creator and you listen to what they say, then it shouldn't matter what the other creators are saying because you should know the truth. Like, I wouldn't listen to anything that anybody was said. I wouldn't say, no, I wouldn't believe anything that was being said about Cam and Allie, only because I am a faithful followers of them. So no matter what any other creator would say about them, I wouldn't believe it. Now, I might email them and let them know what is being said, but I'm not going to believe it. Just like it would be hard for me to believe anything about BK right now. I mean, maybe if you would have said something to me about that 3-4 months earlier, I might have had believed some of the things that people would have said. But as of right now, listening to BK, being in his lives for the past 3 months or so, and just listening and hearing how he is about Summer and the rest of them, I would believe him over ES, JS, PG, MGL, BHB, any of them, JLR. I would believe him over any of them. So, I mean, it shouldn't matter what another creator's out there saying about you. Because first off, they don't probably even know who you are other than what's your content and that who you are on YouTube. They don't know you off of YouTube, so there's nothing that they can say against you that's going to hurt you. Yes, everybody has a past. Yes, everybody has done something in their past that they are not, they're not happy about, that they don't, I mean, but you always take your past as a lesson learned. If you keep holding on to your past, you're never going to move forward with your life. So, leave the past in the past. Live for the future. Live in the present. Or wait, how did my mom used to tell me? Leave the past where it is, deal with your present, and live for your future. So, I mean, I don't believe a lot of things people say anyway. Most of y'all in here know that, you know, I don't really listen to what a lot of people, other creators say. Because most of it is a bunch of BS and just sitting there talking shit because they want to. That's why I've always said from day one, both groups, either whether it be my YouTube channel or my Facebook groups, I will not deal with the bashing of people. Oh yeah, I mean, I feel the same way you do, Kay. Like, BK has changed tremendously in the last 4 months or so. I mean, I've watched this man go from the downright hateful person to this person that, you know, you can actually see what kind of heart he has. You can just see it in his face and eyes when he talks. Like, he honestly does look at Candace and them as family. And I don't know, for people just to go around talking crap for no reason and accusing them of shit that they're not even doing is crazy, stupid, and uncalled for. What are you doing, buddy? Yeah, and yeah, Likey's like that too, buddy. It is like that, and that's another reason why I haven't been on there. I haven't been doing goals or nothing. Like I'm not even near 10K. So I mean, it's not even worth going for goals trying to make that money this month. And not to mention, there's everybody's leaving and going to other places because of the idiots on the app. But it's just like that on YouTube, and I was saying something about that earlier. Like there is a lot of trolls on this damn app, and it's crazy. And like they'll do things just to get you off. Yeah, I heard that too. But see, I'm not. Have you noticed I haven't been over there? What are you doing, baby boy? Oh, you're gonna lay down. You don't want to get down. I wish I could see my cat right now. Yeah, I mean it can. If you got. I don't get that many people in my room, in my channel, so mine isn't that bad. But going to other people's channels and just watching their chat alone is it's disrespectful. Like it's really they're hateful people. And I'm glad they don't come in my live. I really am. And I'm glad that my live is strictly the same people all the time. I barely ever get a new person. I mean, they might subscribe, but they don't come in, and that's fine with me. That's what I've told a lot of people. You can subscribe to my channel. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to come in. Just subscribe. Dude, are you comfortable? Are you comfortable? Hmm? I don't know if you realize this, but my shoulder is not your bed. Stop digging your claws into me. Yeah, I got it, and I really want to go over to Facebook. I really want to do it on Facebook. Is it because of my thingy? How about bubbles? Will bubbles work? Having technical difficulties coming in. I told her everything off and see if that works. There I am. Hi. Is that better for you, Miss K? Oh, so anybody have any new information? Anything? Anything? I don't know about any new updates. Serenity was the last update I knew about. So, or is there anything anybody wants to talk about? Let's liven up this chat a little bit. Come on, Miss Kay, let's do the dance. So I heard some really bad stuff yesterday. I really don't want to talk about it on here. I should have told you while I was texting you. Because you said you missed BK's live last night, right? With Cam and Allie and Candace. Yeah, see, it wasn't a very good live. Actually, I posted it in the Facebook group. It's the official bail bondsman one. That would be the one that, I know, you guys can yell at me. Yeah. You can yell at me. I'm just now cooking dinner. But I had a battle on my other app. Hey, Ryda, you missed that. I battled Crazy Grandma tonight. And she told them to run me up. I was like, no, this is official battle. Make it fair. But she never shared it out or nothing either, so. It was pretty good. Hey Joy, what's up, baby? It's a battle. Okay, so I'm on this other app called Likey. And you get to meet all different people from all over the world. And you can join a family and do these little battles that, like, you go up against other people and people throw, like, diamonds at you. Okay, so you buy diamonds and they have, like, little gifts that you throw at people. And you got to try to beat the other person. The person with the most gifts at the end of 20 minutes is the winner. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but it's really fun. I really, really like it. Hilton's coming in. She's just trying to fix her technical difficulties with her phone. Yeah, she hasn't said nothing else. It is. It's really fun. I mean, you don't necessarily have to join if you okay. So if you want to make try to make the money, which right now I wouldn't suggest anybody to do that for the money because there's not a lot of people on there for the support. So I wouldn't suggest anybody joining an agency right now. But you can download it and join a family and get to know the people in your family, and then they come and support you during your battles and stuff. And then okay, so they'll throw diamonds at you, which turns into beans. It's like every 4 beans equals 1 diamond. So say they were to throw 20 diamonds at you. That would turn into what, 5 beans? Yeah, 5 beans. So that'd give you, and then you change it back over to diamonds, which would make it 1 diamond. So you'll be able to throw 1 diamond gift at somebody. So that's what I do. I'm in an agency, but I'm trying to get out of it. So I'm a family leader over there. So I just help my other family members get to their goals. So whenever I have a battle, whatever they throw on me, I will turn around and change back into diamonds to throw back on them. It sounds complicated, but it's really fun. And it's really, once you get the hang of it, it's really easy. Rhoda, am I explaining it right? Oh, well, gee, thanks. I'm glad I'm born enough to put you to sleep. No, it's not out of the loop. Like, last year, what, January, December? Not this past December, but the December before, I was on YouTube, matter of fact, and, no, I was downloading a game, and it popped up or something, and I ended up downloading the app. And ever since then, I've been on it. And it is fun. It really is fun. It's just, I love it because you get to meet people from all over the world. Like, I've got friends in the UK, New Zealand, Canada, where else do we have friends from? There's people from Bangladesh, India, all over Nigeria, South Africa, like all over. But it is fun, and it makes time go past. As long as you're not in an agency, you don't have to worry about anything. But if you're in a family, then it's like always good to make sure you're at the battles. Don't miss a battle. At the family panels. Oh shit, I was supposed to have, no, okay, 30 minutes. I have a, matter of fact, I called a family meeting tonight at 10:30 and I now I got the volume back at least. Miss K was in here. Miss Joy was in here. I lost everybody. All right, hold on. Let me tell that I'm back. All right. So I just told them that I was back. I think that was giving Miss K a headache earlier. Let's put on that one. So what was wrong with yours? Was it? Yeah. Did it come back up when you rebooted your computer and your phone? Yeah, that's what I figured. I have to do that quite often too. Ooh, it's warm. No, it's crickets. Everybody's been asking me that. Nope, we got rickets. We don't got frogs. Oh, we have frogs. It's just too early. Not time of the year yet. Hello, Miss K. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had that, my volume went, and then I realized somebody, that my family on that app I was telling you about was calling me. I wish I knew how to get up with Maisie to let her know I was on. I guess I can message her. I messaged Miss Joy too and let her know. Oh, so Helen, you weren't in here when I said I changed my Janir. I'm not no longer part of the true crime community on here. I am now podcast and talk shows. I mean, I'm still going to do the true crime, but I don't want to be part of the community because of all the crap that's going on right now. No, the volume went because somebody was trying to call me. I forgot I had that family meeting, and I thought it was at 10:30, and it was at 10 o'clock. So while I was trying to fix my thing, I saw you said, I think she really got gone. And I was like, no, no, I'm still here. But I am part of the true crime community on Facebook. Miss Hilton was a hothead the other day, boy. I had to talk her butt down. Woo! Let's glad we were not close to her at that point in time. We weren't in the same area. What are you sorry for? You had me entertained. I felt bad for you myself, but the way you were talking, I was just like, God, you can tell she's so New York. Oh, I know, baby. I wasn't meaning that. I was just meaning because I was just so, like, I haven't heard somebody explode like that in so long. So it was like, oh my God, I was just picturing your voice. Oh, no, no, don't worry about it. That's why I told you to come over and vent in mine. You were good. You were so good. Not only that, Miss D came in, so you were able to let her know how you felt without everybody up in your business. And that was a good thing too. I was really glad that happened. Yeah, there's never an apology, especially for something like that. There was no need for an apology, sweetheart. We love you just the same, no matter what. But like I said, it was funny to me because I was listening. I know what your voice sounds like. So I was hearing all that Yankiness come out of you. And I miss it because I'm not there no more. Hold on, baby. Yeah. And that's another reason why I'm going to move over to Facebook, because you shouldn't have to feel like that. And over there, you won't have to feel like that. Well, thank you. You won't have to feel like that over there. What? Oh. Hey! Here. Well, I mean, she didn't. She didn't touch her. You need to stop that. What I tell you?
Get in there.
Bad girl. That's the second time today. Okay. Okay. Eva. Mm. I love when I can get a cat just to chill. But like I said, Facebook, you won't have that drama. You really won't. Yeah, I'm just so tired of it. Like, I had to tell R about herself about that stuff with BK. That was really annoying me. And then, you know, he must have had enough people telling him about it, because that was what his live said today. He said, talking movies and something else with my friend Candace, my friend with no benefits, Candace. Like, come on, people. Like, there's nothing else for you to talk about, really. And then the crap with Cam and Allie, like the creators going around talking about them. Come on. We don't know. And I'm not saying that I'll never be back here, because, you know, I'll flip flop, but my main lives will probably be on Facebook from now on. And to me, I think it'll be a lot easier, quieter. You know, my Facebook group isn't that big, so I think I have like 40 members. So, and I think the majority of them are people that just subscribe, that won't come in. She closed it out. What do you mean? Miss D ended her live because of her? Because it is kind of early for her not to be off. Like, she's usually still on by now. Turbo, stop. Stop, buddy. I agree with you, Miss Helen. Hey, so CM was doing the interview tonight with Brandy, and Miss D closed it, like Miss Robin, Miss R was there with Miss D, and they closed it out together, like she was the last one there in the panel. Like I don't know. I did see somebody say to Robin, ask her where she was when her little girl got gone. She's like, I don't know your whole story. She's like, but I was just wondering where you were when your little girl, how this monster got a hold of your little girl. And she was outside playing with her friends. At 5 years old, you let your child go outside by themselves and play? Even if it was 25 years ago? It's crazy. Like, I just don't. Does Miss D feel sorry for her? Is that why she keeps allowing her to be there? No, because she told us that she was playing in the neighbor's yard or something across the street. Now, he might have lured her out of the yard, but still, where were you? You think so, Miss Hilton? I wonder if they talk off YouTube. Hush. I don't know. It's the backyard dogs. It's the puppies and Junior. Check out your window and see if it's a puppy. See if it's the puppy. Move, Turbo. You're in my way. Where was R when... Yeah, that was my, and like I told you the other day, I told you, I said, I hate to be hateful about it, but, she's constantly bashing parents for their kids going missing on their watch. But, she's all over DW and CW for Summer getting gone, right? Okay, so Monkey went missing underneath his parents' watch too. His dad was watching him. How is that any different than Summer going missing under her mom's watch? Like, everybody's wants to sit there and compare cases. I mean, that's serious. Like, you cannot bitch at one parent for their kid going missing on their watch, but you're not going to get mad at another. Regardless, the kid went missing under a parent's watch. And I'm not saying that in any way, shape, or form in a bad way. I'm just stating the obvious. And you know how like TBI is so hung up and Ellie is so hung up on Summer just wandering off. If that's even true, regardless, she wouldn't have got that far being 5 trying to wander off in the woods. So somebody still had to snatch her out of them woods. Monkey. He walked out of his house too and was knocking on people's doors trying to get somebody to play with him, and then he disappeared. As long as these kids know the people that took them, they're gonna go quietly. They're not gonna scream or put up a fight to go with these people. Because all they had to do is like, hey, do you want a piece of candy? Do you want to go to the candy store and get some candy? Do you want to go to the ice cream place and get some ice cream? Hey, why not? Let's go to the park and play. It doesn't take much to get a kid in your car, honestly. Especially if they know you. Yeah, well, I mean, look at their upbringing. They weren't brought up with having that love like that. Showing your love, to express your love. They weren't brought up like that. You can tell. I mean, but what goes on behind closed doors, none of us know. We don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. For all we know is, even though we're not out watching them place pictures on the windows or hand them out. Who's to say they're not stuffing them in envelopes, prepaid envelopes, and mailing them out? I mean, there's other ways to do it. If you are feeling threatened, I'm not going to go. If I'm feeling threatened by people, I'm sure not going to leave my land. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard the last little bit that happened to Candace over the past weekend. After I don't know if Cam and Allie were still there or not, but some shit happened while or after they left. She's not nothing special anyway, so ignoring you, take that as a blessing, honey. Take it as a blessing that she's ignoring you. But I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. She's got a lot of skeletons because she stays medicated. Like, she's already told us she has pain medicine and she takes Xanax. Xanax is for anxiety and panic attacks. What else are you taking? She does, and that's my point. That's my point about this right now. That is my point. You cannot sit there and put blame on one parent, but you're not going to put blame on another, or take the blame for your own. Yeah, fuck that. I took a quarter of a bar and I fucking lost like 6 hours. I woke up the next day missing money, missing my broccoli. I was missing a lot of crap. Yeah, I'll never take a Xanax. Never, 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 never. And it was only like a piece of it, like little, like the bar's like that long, and it was like that much because it was a broke off piece. Yeah, I'll never take a Xanax again. Not even if my doctor prescribes them. Yeah, I don't like Valium either. They're just a lower dosage of Xanax. But that's neither here nor there. That's, I think, I don't know. See, and she wants everybody to feel bad about her, for her, because of her situation. No, to a point, I feel, I don't want to say I feel bad, but I don't want to sound like a bitch either. Because it's something that happened 25 years ago. And your shit is solved. Your daughter is buried. Her killer is in jail. What else do we have to talk about? You got a website, Nicole's Voice. I mean, what else can you do? Right? I think she does the same thing I do. Says she's going to leave and then just sit in the chat until she hears something she doesn't like. Ah. That was too cute. Get over here. Yeah, because he usually pushes it out when he's done eating. Say hi. Say hi. Anybody want to come say hi? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come say hi. Oh, come here. Get your butt out here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come on. Come on. Now this is my big baby. No. Say hi, everybody. I'm Mommy's big baby, big meanie. Hello to your grandpa. Wanna go under? No. No. No, 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 no. Oh, here's the other one. Say hi, I'm the lovable one. Yeah, I agree with you guys completely. Like, you can't point the finger at one and not point the finger at yourself. So, I'll go up there with you, Miss K. I got your back 100%. Yeah, no, you need to keep your butt down in the comments, young lady. You need to keep your butt down in the comments. That Long Island New Yorker is a lot worse than a regular New Yorker. I mean, we got balls and shit, but y'all have the spiciness with them. It's getting terrible. What are you doing? Get off my damn laptop. Oh, you ruined it. I'm gonna kick your ass. Okay. Eva, what'd you go back for? Eva, stop it. Stop. Oh my gosh. You both really need to go look at that video I posted in the Facebook group about it was with BK. It's called The Official Bail Bondsman or some shit. You guys need to watch that. Like, he's done some pretty horrible shit. Like, he said he's never been to Ben Hill Road. He did in one of his lies. He said he's never been to Ben Hill Road. Never. And then in the same, like, a little bit further down in the same conversation, he said, well, I might have been up on the hill if I was drunk or something, but in honesty, I've never been there. Okay, have you never been there, or were you there when you were drunk? Can you make up your mind? Wait, where is what? I'm gonna kick you in the tail. Get away. Get. He lived in Churchill? I don't know. I don't know where he lives. All I know is that the other day, Candace received a bag full of women toys, and they were all dirty and nasty. Hey! So how about that for an ES shit? You two are getting worse on now. Stop. I don't know. Is Miss K? Miss K, is Churchill close to Ben Hill or Beach Creek? $11 miles away. So it's not far. Not at all. Turbo. Enough. What'd I say? Stop. Yeah. Now I believe that. I don't believe he's ever met him because I think Candace said she's never met him. Unless he met DW somewhere. But supposedly they were in jail together or no, that was BK and Yeah, through YouTube, through everything else. I think it was mainly through BHL and the Boob Troop. Or BHB. Same way everybody else got through it. I actually got into it because of I got the Amber Alert. Oh my God. I was just looking through some of the streams and it's showing my videos now. Oh, I'm so happy. I bet. Cause you're pretty damn close. You can just like hop, skip, and jump. I wish I lived closer. I would love to go over there and meet her. I really would. Hey. Hey. What are you doing, Bubba? Get in bed. Come on, get in bed. Anybody want a dog? I got a baby. Right? They're little mean little assholes too. They don't like this too much. My cats are so entertaining. So when I have nothing to do all day and I'm sitting here waiting on y'all, I'll mess with the cats all day. I like watching them fight. They slap box. It's so funny. And then I got one of the cats that likes playing in boxes. He'll put himself in this and scoot across the floor. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, I must have calmed them down with the water bottle because they're not wanting to come out. Oh, there he is. I wish you guys could see it. It's so cute. You squished the box. Anybody want a Coca-Cola? Anybody want Coca-Cola? Good. Because your dog get to be a pain in the ass during a live, too. Anyway, ladies, what else are we going to talk about? Well, it says we have 3 people in here, and I'm only talking to 2, so who's my third? Who's my spy? Is Miss Daisy in here just chilling? Oh, nope, Joy. That's what I was thinking at first. It was you. But then I was like, no, Miss Daisy did that to us the other day. Aw. Well, that's good. Mine seem to want to let me know right before I want to lay down that they want to go out. So what is your input on what we were talking about? About the parent blaming. What do you think about that, Miss Joy? Coming from certain people. Well, I know you heard, but what do you think about it? Paper dresses for journals? Do you want to elaborate on that one? I'm still trying to figure out what paper dresses for journals are. Okay, so they're 3D. Like, are they like little sticker things to put on the journal? Because I'm still not following. Junk journals. Okay. They're flat. How can it be an origami if it's flat? That might be a picture you have to send me, hon. Because I am so not following it. Ooh. I know what an origami is. But origamis are like 3D. Send me a picture. Send me pictures. I like pictures. In this case, pictures are 1,000 words. Yeah, well, YouTube and me are not we're not vibing right now. Mainly because my internet's out, so yeah, we're not vibing very well. Because the whole time I'm live, no matter where I go live, I've got to stand up. Why are you on my keyboard? Huh? Stay off my keyboard. Stay off my keyboard. Give me kisses. No. No. You're mad at me because I got you wet, huh? Are you mad at me because I sprayed you? You mad at me? How's your baby? This is my more meaner baby. This is the one I had a bottle feed. My brat cat. All right. But yes, ladies, what else are we gonna talk about? Um, hey, I haven't heard nothing about Oakley either lately. I'm gonna turn it around and see if we can find any PFC updates on anything. Oh, we got. Oop. Hold on, we got something on. Okay. You sent an email? Is that what you said? Yeah. Okay. Um, 10 to Life did an update on Oakley.
A lot of these cases are just too bizarre and too disgusting and too heartbreaking to even believe it. But you know what? We do it in an effort to generate awareness and ultimately seek justice for many of these victims who have now been left voiceless. So now that you get the rundown of what it is we do here, if you want to subscribe and you feel like this is a channel you're in, the gist of it is Oakley Carlson is a young missing girl another missing girl. It's like, how many of these are out there right now, unfortunately? And the last time she was seen was in February of 2021, and the circumstances are just tons of red flags going off everywhere.
There's a new update
and
on
of course
Oakley.
It appears that the parents may be directly involved, and it's just an all-around heartbreaking case. She was pulled away from her foster parents, who loved her very much, and placed back in this home, and now nobody knows where she is. The parents are refusing to cooperate, and this young child is missing.
We were first aware of it in December 2021 when a family friend contacted us, and they were concerned about, they've been to the location several times and had not seen Oakley but have seen the other siblings.
So again, if you're not familiar with the case, I highly encourage you to watch that previous video, and I will actually link it here so that you can just quickly get over there. So today we're going to talk about the new charges in this case, new, very unsettling information that we've learned, and possibly a little insight as to what may have happened to Oakley. So let's get right into it.
Return to Life with Annie Elise starts right now.
Oakley is missing, not seen since February of last year. Her biological parents are behind bars in a Montesano, Washington jail.
A few days ago, on February 7th, the two parents of 5-year-old Oakley, Jordan and Andrew, pled not guilty to a few new charges. And these charges were that they exposed their 6-year-old daughter and 2-year-old son to methamphetamine. These charges are endangerment with a controlled substance, and they carry a sentence of up to 10 years in prison. And while they are charged with this, they still have not been charged directly in connection with Oakley's disappearance. However, they both do remain suspects in her disappearance, so hopefully we are getting one step closer to applying pressure and we'll get the answers there. But let's talk more about these charges, because more details have emerged regarding this controlled substance and the endangerment of these children, and it is extremely unsettling. Taking it back to December 6th, that's initially when Jordan and Andrew were arrested on suspicion of manslaughter. They were then charged a few days later on December 9th with second degree of abandonment on a dependent child. And that charge stemmed from them failing to give their 6-year-old daughter prescribed medication that she needed for over 15 months. The next day, on December 10th, DCF took hair follicle samples from the 6-year-old daughter and 2-year-old son. Now, they were already in the care of CPS due to the previous arrest, and they weren't with the family, thank goodness, because the parents were obviously in jail. But DCF came in and they took hair follicle samples so that they could do a drug screen test. The test that they gave reflects drug exposure to methamphetamine that took place within the last 3 months. Hair samples were taken and then submitted to a lab for analysis, and the results were shocking. The 6-year-old daughter's hair follicle showed 5,186 pictograms of methamphetamine, and the 2-year-old son's hair follicle test showed at least 10,000 pictograms of methamphetamines. Now, just to kind of level set here too, the maximum pictograms that will show on a drug test is 10,000, and that's what this 2-year-old was showing. Specialist says, and I want to quote this for you, "These numbers are extremely high and consistent with a child who has ingested methamphetamine, although they are not consistent with a child who has been passively exposed to the drug. However, the amount of methamphetamine found within the 2-year-old's hair follicle was more consistent with ingestion." And that statement is extremely important, and I'm going to explain why. Because being passively exposed to the drug can be a little bit confusing. So let me just kind of explain this breakdown to you. A common situation in cases like these is that a parent will say that the child has been exposed to the drug due to the environment that they're in, but not that they had intentionally taken the drug or were purposefully given the drug. And positive passive exposure could be anything such as walking by and inhaling some of the drug smoke. It could be contact directly with the drug smoke. It could be contact with the physical drug itself, even if you don't ingest it. It could be contact with like the sweat or the oils from another drug user who was on the drugs or, had been taking the drugs. And then it, of course, could also be accidental ingestion of the drugs. So in this case, they are saying that the 6-year-old daughter's drug test showed that it could have been ingested, but it also could be in line with passive. However, they're saying the 2-year-old son's drug test was much more in line with ingestion, meaning that he either took this drug himself accidentally, maybe saw it on the table or whatever he did, or he was purposefully given this drug. And we're going to talk about that in just 1 second, because unfortunately it is not very uncommon that deadbeat parents give their children drugs, and I'm going to get into that in a second. So the test confirmed that these children had been exposed to methamphetamine and that this was within the last 3 months because, again, that test that was given only umbrellas over this 3-month period. But now it's also being said that the children were exposed to this drug as early as July 21st, 2021. So this may have just been a reoccurring thing. So as I said, unfortunately, in a lot of these cases, it's not uncommon to hear that a parent gave their child drugs, meth particularly, as a matter of fact. And at first, when I had first heard this in a case, I was completely surprised because I've always known meth in my mind to be something that gives you, extreme energy, similar to speed, things like that, which I was like, what parent would ever want their child to be more active and more bouncing off the walls? But as I learned more and more about it and read up more about cases in which this happened, I started to get a lot of knowledge behind it, and the reasons really vary from case to case. For example, in the Victoria Martins case, her mother purposefully gave her daughter meth, and she said, when she admitted to this to the police, she said that the reason why was because she wanted to relax her daughter while she invited men and her boyfriends over to commit essay on her daughter. Yet we've also heard other cases where the parents have been giving their children meth because they do it in an effort to hopefully cover up the fact that the child was born addicted to drugs due to drug use in the pregnancy. So while we still don't have specific details with this case particularly, I can't help but wonder if the 2-year-old was born addicted to drugs due to drug use while she was pregnant, and if that's why his levels are now showing higher as though he ingested it intentionally, and the 6-year-old's levels are showing as passive, perhaps from being around the parents or even being around her brother. But still, this doesn't answer the question as to what happened to Oakley, although it does start to paint a bigger picture in regards to the possibility of Oakley either accidentally ingesting drugs or being given drugs. I think it also kind of sheds a little bit more light on that mysterious fire that took place, the one that the father blamed on Oakley, saying she used a cigarette lighter on the couch and that the couch caught fire, but then later it was deemed to be the microwave that caused the fire, and it was suspected to have possibly been used with drug use of some sort, and he didn't call this fire in for 4 hours and put it out himself. Just nothing really made sense with any of that story.
This was after a November 2021 house fire at the home where Oakley lived with her biological parents, Gordon Bowers and Andrew Carlson, and her 3 siblings in Oakville, Washington. It was then that Oakville school principal Jessica Swift noticed something was amiss.
Jordan had let us know that there was a fire, and so I'd gone out to check on them and offer support and drop off supplies from the school right after their fire. And I saw all the other kids running around and playing, and I didn't see Oakley. And I thought it was a little odd, and I asked where she was, and they told me that she was in her room in timeout. On a play date with my daughter, with Oakley's sister, I asked questions about Oakley. It came out over the course of those questions that Oakley wasn't living with them anymore. I can't describe the feeling I had in that moment, sitting on that couch next to that little girl when she said that.
So while it doesn't give concrete leads as to what may have happened to Oakley, it does start to paint a clearer picture on the environment and the living situation that was going on in that house with that family. And it's my personal belief that something happened to Oakley between February 10th, which was the last known sighting of Oakley in 2021, and November 6th, 2021, which is the day that that fire took place. And I talked about it on my previous video. I think that fire story is complete bull crap. I think that it was, something to cover something up, to maybe dispose of something, to excuse and talk something away. It just does not make sense.
Processed the house, interviewed the children that were there at the house, and
How are you
it had been some time since they'd even seen Oakley. Now they're young children and they can't, answer you directly, but it led us to believe that Oakley wasn't even there at the time of the fire, and it had been months prior to that any of the children had even seen her.
This smells of obstruction of justice, doesn't it?
Yes. I did not notice any bedroom set up for Oakley downstairs where everybody else had bedrooms set up.
On top of that, Schrader said they saw no clothing belonging to Oakley. The family had moved to a hotel in nearby Tumwater, but were back and forth to the house, raising another red flag.
Their vehicle that they had left the Tumwater Hotel with and then traveled back down to Oakville had 1 car seat in it, and there was a 2-year-old sibling as well as a 6-year-old sibling of Oakley that would have been in the car at that time.
So a joint trial has now been set for both Jordan and Andrew, and that's going to be on April 19th.
They're in jail on reckless endangerment because they did not give prescribed medicine to one of their other children. It was a way to get them arrested. First, there was a manslaughter charge that was dropped. They're not in jail for anything having to do with Oakley, but they're in jail so that they can find out what did happen. They have 5 people who are full-time, dedicated to this every day, looking into what may have happened.
We are going over, there was an update on the Oakley Carlson case, so we were just listening to the new update. We were just listening to the new update, hon.
Cell phone records, trying to see if they can get one of those 2 biological parents to turn against the other so that they can find out the full story of what happened there. But none of this, as you said, Marty, happens without all of the interest from the people who follow these cases and the people who asked us to do what we're doing here tonight.
Curious to know what you guys think about these new charges, about them pleading not guilty, obviously, but also about the ingestion itself. Do you think that these drugs were ingested accidentally by the children? Do you think that the children were given these drugs purposefully? Do you think that the 2-year-old may have been born addicted and that's why they continued to give it to him? What are your thoughts, and how do you think that the drugs tie into this bigger picture with what happened to Oakley? Let me know in the comments below. I'll keep you guys updated as we learn more and as we follow that trial that's going to come up on April 19th, and hopefully we start to get some answers, and hopefully,
so that
these parents, as they, whether they're detoxing or whatever it is they're doing, hopefully they...
If they put the trial live, like on Court TV or something, I will broadcast it. So what does that leave you guys with? What kind of thoughts do you have about that one? Who's still in here with me? Let me find out who's in here first. My bad. So what do you think about it, love? Do you think they're going to end up coming up with some kind of charges for her mother, for the father and mother?
All the way back to 2001. Little baby Jacqueline abducted at a swap meet. Whitney Clark from our great affiliate KGUN in Tucson has the story.
See what I'm saying? Kids from 2001 have not been found yet.
From high school graduation to the big dance, the sweet moments of life often turn bittersweet for 19-year-old Nayeli Vasquez.
As growing up, I would always do my research on her to see if anything new would come up.
Nayeli didn't get to grow up with her baby sister, Jacqueline. She only saw her transform into a teenager through age progression photos and missing posters.
I hope they do.
I had to look for her on Facebook and see if anybody would look like me.
Nayeli was just 2 years old the day her sister went missing. Jacqueline remains a missing piece in the family and a painful part of their past. Her case is packed up in boxes at the Avondale Police Department. The binders full of handwritten reports take us back to a swap meet in Avondale in 2001. Nayeli's mom took her into a porta potty and left Jacqueline just outside in a car seat. Moments later, the baby was gone. Officer Ray Emmett with Avondale PD says there was a massive search, but no real witnesses. Someone at the outdoor
market noticed a woman hanging around the area who made a remark about the child. It was enough for police to make this composite sketch. They never found the woman. What happened to baby Jacqueline is still a mystery.
Our thought is, or our hope is, that she's still out there today. That maybe somebody that took her is raising her right now. She doesn't even know.
Hope is also a feeling Nayeli has clung to over the years. This is the first time she has spoken publicly about her sister. She often hears stories about missing girls reunited with loved ones, like the three women held captive in Ohio.
That could be my sister coming back home, even though she's been missing a lot of years. That could be her coming back home to us and seeing that whole reunion of them being happy to have their family back. I want that happiness to come to our family.
Investigators want people to know Jacqueline has a heart-shaped birthmark on her arm. It's unclear what that may look like today, but it's one of her defining features that was first reported when she went missing.
Okay, we have a phone number, 623-333-7001, 623-333-7001. Think about that heart-shaped birthmark. This was 21 years ago. I mean, she's over 21 years old now, Jacqueline. And we say baby Jacqueline. Jacqueline's a young woman. And that's what I'm hoping. And that's I think we're all hoping that that's the case, that someone abducted her to raise her as their own.
Don't leave
And
y'all
obviously
back.
that has complications associated with it, but that would mean that she is healthy and alive today. Let's bring back in our investigators. Still with us, Private Investigator Rob Joseph, retired FBI Special Agent, Senior Lecturer at the University of New Haven, Kenneth Gray, and Private Investigator Erica Morse. Rob Joseph, your thoughts about this one? I mean, I sit here and I hope that there is a young woman somewhere who's looking at her arm tonight and looking for that birthmark.
Yeah, there really is no indication that any type of thing happened other than exactly what has been reported. And so, yeah, there is a high likelihood that this young woman is out there. And it's just a matter of somebody kind of working something out here. So, 21 years ago, somebody rolled up somewhere around family and friends with a child. And, maybe back then they had some good excuses for how they came to have this child with them. But it's this type of attention that will maybe trigger people even all these years later. And when you're talking specific things about a birthmark, and I think you grow up, you become a young adult, and you look at your parents, and sometimes you might scratch your head and be like, I look nothing like my parents, and wonder. And if I was Jacqueline's family, I would be taking all the DNA tests with family ancestry and every other type of test that I could take just to get that DNA out there, because there's a high likelihood that if Jacqueline is looking at her family and wondering, maybe they told her a story, when she questioned it, that she was adopted, that it might lead her to take a DNA test, but, this is how people are found.
Kenneth Gray, is there a profile of the type of person that would abduct a baby like this in such a, it's such a random moment or a moment of opportunity, it seems, at this swap meet?
Sure. You're thinking that the person who grabbed the baby kept the baby and raised it up as their own. However, more likely, the person at a swap meet grabbed that baby and sold it on the market for somebody that wanted a baby, that wanted to adopt and couldn't adopt for some reason. So a 3-month-old baby like that is worth a lot of money. And so the person who bought the baby, raised them as their own, told the baby that you were adopted as they grew up. But I would not expect that the person who kidnapped the child raised it themselves.
Erica Morse, your thoughts about Jacqueline?
This baby disappeared in
We
2001.
covered this back in July, Vinny, and this was the one that I talked to Nayeli about doing the TikTok.
No, I'm here.
Show me your heart-shaped birthmark, and I really hope that she's been able to do that and want to get some follow-up on that. but took some extra notes on this one. I really want her to go on adopted.com, try to build a sibling profile, because I think the guys are on to something with the fact that she could be adopted. I'd also take a look at some newspaper archives from that time frame and see if any babies were listed as deceased, because those parents would then be desperate enough to adopt and potentially adopt on the black market. So I'd be looking at opens region-wide, maybe even statewide, and there are phenomenal archives. And I worked in newspaper. The morgues back then were fantastic. They were triple and quadruple cut back then, you know. So I'd also be interested in having Nayeli use some open source facial recognition software, because these were full sisters, I do believe. So chances are they look well enough alike that she could get a partial match off of a facial recognition. So I think that there are a lot of new technology aspects, and going back to some old ones like archives, where we could just really dig into this. And again, I love talking to Nayeli last time, and I'd love to talk to her again, because I think this one could potentially be very solvable.
Absolutely. Wow. Rob Joseph, Kenneth Gray, Erica Morse, appreciate your time on this Friday night. Thank you so much.
Go ahead, Mr. Markle.
Can you please state your name?
Vivian Reeves.
Okay. And do you know Curtis Reeves?
Yes.
How do you know Curtis Reeves?
He's my husband.
Now, we've met Matthew and Jennifer. Are those your children?
Yes.
Do you have any other children?
No.
We heard about your grandchild Madison. Any other grandchildren?
Just Madison.
Now, how old are you?
75.
So back in 2014, on January 13th, how old were you?
Maybe do that.
67?
Thank you.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about that. Of 67, how long have you been married to Mr. Reeves?
54 years last October.
So back then it would have been 46 years.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, during that time, I guess you got married when you were young. Is it fair to say by 2014 you were growing old together?
Yes.
Now let's talk about some of the things that you've noticed, and certainly that your husband noticed about you. On 2014, did you look older than you did when you got married?
Yes.
Did you look older than you did 10 years before that?
Yes.
Now let's talk about some of the things that you were feeling. Let's talk about your in terms of looks, let's talk about your arms and hands, okay? Did your arms look the same as they did 10 years before 2014?
No.
Or your hands?
No.
And so, what about I want to say that the quality of your skin, did you bruise more easily around 2014?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I can hit something and get that dark purple bruise.
And what about cuts?
My skin is very thin. I have scars from hitting things. Oh, I have scars from when I fell and hit things.
All right, and so back in 2014, that was kind of your state in terms of your skin.
Yes.
Let's talk about your hands. Back in 2014, did you have difficulty performing tasks around the house?
I did.
Okay, such as opening jars, yes or no?
Yes.
All right, and let me ask you, in terms of your hands themselves, did your hands feel stiff, or were you still able to move them like you used to back in 2014?
No, they're stiff.
And did you have pain in your hands?
Yes.
In the morning?
Various times.
Okay. In terms of your breathing back in 2014, did you have difficulty at times breathing?
Yes, I did.
Did you have difficulty at times breathing when you walked up the stairs?
Yes.
And did you go seek treatment for that?
I did.
And were you eventually sent to Moffitt for some
Yes.
treatment? Okay. Now, let's talk about your knees and legs. I saw you limped up here. Were you limping in 2014 or not like that?
Not like this, but I had a problem.
Okay. Did you have pain in your knees back then?
In one knee.
Okay. as something that you.
I can't find it now.
Now, you said you fell down. When you fell down, were you in the house?
Yes.
And was your husband Curtis there?
Yes.
And did Mr. Reeves try to pick you up?
One of those times, yes.
Okay. And did he have problems doing that?
He couldn't.
Now, let's talk a little bit about what you noticed about your husband. Again, he looks older than when you married him, right?
Yes.
Would you agree that in the last 10 years before 2014, he's looked older and older?
Yes.
Let me ask you this. Has he gained weight since his retirement?
A lot of weight. Yes.